If you've seen the news at all, you can understand that the world is going through many crises: climate change, economic turmoil, conflict in the Middle East, war breaking out. It's all happening at once. We can agree on one thing, regardless of where we stand politically. This is not the world that we dreamed of. Why is that? Aren't we supposed to be in the golden age? Isn't moving forward in time supposed to be making progress? Well, here's the complex answer: no. Why? I'm glad you asked. I'm Caleb Thomas. Welcome to my channel and this video. Humanity operates on a primary understanding. If people are repetitively doing things for a reason, do that yourself. It's pretty much common sense. Every other species operates in the same way because you wouldn't survive if you were doing the wrong things. Historically, there have only been two reasons to really do things for a long period of time. I know we're getting pretty meta here, but I want you to stay with me. These two reasons can either be things that make you feel good or things that produce good results. Here's what you need to understand. There is a clear and distinct difference between things that produce good results and produce good feelings. Sometimes they overlap, but when they don't is where the people who actually run this world take power and control. Alcohol, nicotine, hard drugs, gambling, porn. These are all things that are harmful to you as a person, but still allowed. Let me ask you a question. Why? Because they support good feelings and not good results. And the people that discovered, marketed them, and pushed them and are now rapidly successful and make a lot of money and power in this world understand that your addiction and dependence on these things keeps you down below and them up on top. They say that money that you earn gives you power, gives you happiness. Money can buy you happiness, in my opinion, because it gives you the ability to choose what things you care about, what things you don't care about. You won't care about buying yachts if you have no money, and you will care about the price of gas if you don't have money. But the major issues that are plaguing our world are designed for those who have nothing to actually care about. Think about racism. Do you think that people who have power, money, and prestige genuinely care about having racist feelings for each other? Regardless of appearance, they're driving the same Ferraris, golfing at the same country clubs, buying the same mutual funds. They don't care. Because to them, a billionaire is a billionaire. It doesn't matter if they're from Central America or Central Africa. They have done it. These major social issues are only examined heavily by those who have nothing for themselves. Case study: the Deep South is notorious for having a racially challenging past. Have you ever looked at the economy of Mobile, Alabama? Why do you think the people in that area of the country care so much about oppressing the people who have no reason to be oppressed? Because if they don't have money or if they don't have power, they're going to find another way to gain it in order to feel some control in this world. And distracting our world with these issues is attractive to the people that run it. Takes all the attention off them so they can go continue making money, expanding their power, expanding their reach, while those who are in the fight continue fighting. This is where you get these terms like the Matrix and the rat race. It's the illusion that people feel that the people who have true power have created for people to distract themselves and lose themselves while they continue to benefit. Okay, but Caleb, who are these people that run everything? If you're so smart, where are they? Look around. You don't need to look very far. If they truly control everything, it should not be that hard to find examples. It's easy to find examples, but it's harder to find the source. Everything you need to function as a middle-class American is provided by those who carefully thought out how to give you just enough for you to not ask questions. You're given the perception of choice to feel that you have freedom. Do you know how many brands are owned by Pepsi, Coke, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble? Do you really think CNN, far-left media source, who is owned by Warner Media and their board of billionaires, truly has a different agenda from the far-right Fox Media, who is owned by their board of billionaires? Or is this to give the illusion of competition and choice, for you to have the illusion of freedom? You can only stretch the news so much without people starting to wonder and ask questions. But the way we frame it keeps our society divided, and nowadays it's more and more. People have gotten canceled, shadow banned, and accused of charges for bringing up the same things that I've brought up. But here's why all this exists. When you have to control 8 billion people, you can only do so much with money. You need your subjects to believe that they are in control of the show themselves. You need them to go after the people that are asking questions, trying to escape, and are challenging the idea of normal thought. When someone starts figuring out the system, you don't want to shake the whole cage. You want the other rats to solve the problem themselves. People accuse each other, ridicule those who succeed, and defame those who actually do. What happens when you see someone leave the cage then? you pay special attention to that person and you continue to track their progress. And you prevent other people from having the same opportunity. And it's a sad reality, but it's the way that this world operates. Why do you think you don't get an education in school on how to truly run a successful business, how to make money, and how to actually attain power for yourself? Why don't we learn to ask challenging questions about our society? That's why building your own path is so difficult. It truly is. You haven't passed the fraternity test yet. They haven't seen you be successful yet, but once you are, it becomes so much easier and you're welcomed in. They want you to have to figure it out for yourself, because if you have what it takes, then you make it to the other side and you stay there. Here's where I'm getting with this video. You wouldn't have a functioning society if you didn't have people on top and people on the bottom. No matter how you set up your system of government, no matter how you set up society, it always happens. Somebody will always be in control. Somebody will always need to be controlled. Otherwise, you can't operate and control people. Society would fall apart. We'd have too many issues, and things need to be run in a certain order. I'm not saying it's always a bad thing. I'm just saying that there's a way of doing things. And this way of doing things is determined a lot of times where you will end up in life. The people that run it all proactively worked to get the common person from being enlightened and bettering himself. They give you all these channels to take out all your energy and do other things rather than focusing on truly being successful. You're offered options to distract the pain, to waste your time, waste your money. It's not about helping you. It's about getting you by. And to be honest, this has become so normalized in society, going out, partying with your friends, wasting time, that is really not your fault. But what is your fault is allowing it to continue to stop you once you know about it. It's like bringing up the fact that someone's been drinking a lot lately. Once they're aware of it, it's then their problem if they don't fix it. It might not have been their problem because they slipped into it if they're not aware it's a problem. But once they have full control and awareness of the problem and they choose not to do anything, the blame falls on them. Here's what I need you to understand, because I want you to be motivated. Everyone that wants to get out gets out. What separates all the people that get out of this rat race from those that stay behind is true dedication. You don't have to be insanely smart. You don't have to be the next Zuckerberg. You don't have to have the idea that changes the entire world. You have to put in the work to show other people that you genuinely want out. You have to find a way to work your ass off and take what you have to work for you and do better. Start that business. Find that side hustle. Put money into an actual asset, not just a savings account. Find a way to create freedom of time and energy for yourself, and that will create freedom of income. Fix the things that are in your control right now. Be a man, start making progress. And when you want to stop, that's always when you keep going, because you want to challenge yourself. If you think that you can't do something for a specific reason, you don't have the education, you don't have the right demographic, you're not in the right time of your life, challenge that. Because a lot of times, there's no reason other than other people telling you you can't. When you want a hit of these substances, when you want to hit that vape that's been sitting on the counter all day, feel the leash tightening around you, know you're giving in and choose different. Men aren't respected for what they want to do. They're respected for what they don't want to do, but have to do anyways. And if you want that better life for yourself, it's on the other side of pain and hard work. Luckily, there's a lot of ways to mitigate that pain and make that journey a lot easier. Subscribe to this channel if you want to make the journey to the other side.